Okay.
Greetings,
well, let's get busy.
Minecrafters.
Oh yeah, we should totally get Nonsanity's sound. I love that sound when your videos start.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I always liked it. I think there was a video you forgot to do it once, and I was so mad at you.
I forgot to do it. I can't believe
Yeah, I
that.
think it was an unabridged one episode. You forgot to do it.
Let's see. I don't think it'll play through everything. Okay.
Nah, we'll just imagine it, or maybe
there it is.
Maybe you send us.
My guys will hear it.
Oh, great! All right, guys.
Go ahead.
That was awesome. I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna make an MP3 out of that one.
Greetings, Minecrafters. Nonsanity here. Here on the Avant 3 FTOG server for another episode of my Let's Play series. I'm here in Spawn, which we have spent the evening decorating. I'll give you a little tour. But today, I'm going to be doing some stuff in Mekanism. Let's get started. Alright, let me get my armor back on. Uh-oh. Froze there for a second. And get out of this. There we go. Yep, this is Spawn, and you can see it's a lot more cluttered now. We even have like park benches and a couple different designs. They were going to make a dock for my boat, I thought. My cruise ship. And who's shooting arrows? Link has been playing around. I think that's Toddy over behind my building. Anyway, I did finish the shack, so let me go around it here and show it to you. All chisel and bits. Even has little curtains, little cracks in the foundation. My Nonsanity Star Shop sign. And it's been, I guess, a while since I set it up. I forget exactly how long it's been. But it's been doing well. It's got... Oh yeah, I've got some of the... Good. Rose left me some of this sandy grass that I wanted. Look at that. I got 6,669 stars. Great timing there. Thank you, Automation, for that wonderful timing. Let's go down the chimney. And I'll show you what I changed. I think I did show you the... this is just to connect the system down below, the easy storage system with the block up there. Ender anchor for a chunk loader. This is all inside a chunk still. But I now have only one level of farm, and it's smaller. But I added this, the imaginary time block from Quantum Flux. Joe Tato has made a very nice little block here. Look how fast the crops are growing. They grow almost as fast as it harvests. You can see it sweeping and harvesting, and there's always something to harvest. So this is like making much more redstone with just this one tiny farm. And it's just going like gangbusters here. You can see it flicking through all the stages pretty fast, given what it's doing. 5, 6, 7, 8, and then it jumps. So yeah, we've got 6,671 stars. It's made a couple more since we came downstairs. So yeah, this is doing great. So if anybody wants stars, and some people have already come, I know what this was. They were doing some replacements of the ground above, which caused... What is... Okay, I'll take that sand. That's now going to be sandstone. I didn't have a very thick layer of ground. Okay, so that was part of the path. It's a different type of sandstone here. Let's change it. Oh, that was sand. this sandstone. There we go. I'll get the other block later. Look at this. They even have the FTOG logo embedded in the walkways. But yeah, this is the shack. Came out good. I even put out a little scarecrow. All chisel and bits. And I found a great way to handle the chisel and bits. And let me put some of this stuff away. Put those in there. And these there. Is to use one of the handy bags from Ender Utilities. I've maximized this one. So now when I bring up my inventory, I have all these extra storage slots around the sides. And this is great for organizing all my chisels and bits. So I've got my chisel bit bags, which don't work when they're in there. I have to pull them out into my inventory. And then I've got some of the blocks I've been using and the single stack of bits for those blocks. A bunch of the patterns I was using. And the main tools. And I've almost worn down a diamond chisel. But that combination works very well for me. And I can just put that away and my inventory is back to being clean again. And this is the inside of the shack. Again, the wallpaper. And now 6,674 stars. So it's going very well. Collectively, we cleared out the hillside that this spawn teleport building was buried in. And they've cleaned up the outside. It looks much better now, I think. Oh, look at this. Rose made this bird bath and bird feeder. That's pretty cool looking. The benches and the lights to keep the creepers and stuff away. And I've frozen. Why have I completely frozen? There we go. Bird baths. Rose is working on finishing up this. She's got 3 of the 4 done. Pretty cool looking. And I'm freezing up again. Alright, that wasn't as bad. Hopefully it's done now. People have been making fountains. Oh, it's looking really good around here. Look, there's even an FTOG logo bird feeder here. See, is this dragons? No, relics. Relics gonna have a shop here. Oh, there's another fountain over here. Oh, it's it's a statue holding somebody's head. I think that's Link's head. From what I heard commenting on the voice chat. Done a little bit of decoration on here. Got some chisel and bit water. Or lava, excuse me, liquid. I think the arena's done. Oh yeah. And he's been hanging people's logos. Is mine up here? Oh, he put away over here. Why'd he put me at the over? I'm the outcast, huh? He's even got some armor stands here at the entrance. And Thorgal updated his bridge. He's only got the one side finished with all the chisels and bits to smooth it out. And this side, it's still rather blocky. But it's looking pretty good. What else we got? Here's the original spawn is somewhere like right around here. Ah, here it is. This is spawn ground 0 for the server. It's a very dark shadow this tree's casting. Yeah, it's looking pretty good, isn't it? I'm liking it. Oh, and Thorgal, I don't know if he was starting to build this last time I was recording. Or maybe he was right after I recorded. Let's turn off the axis. We have the tower over there for all the mob drops, the hostile mob drops. But here we have the non-hostile mobs. Sheep, chicken, pig, and cow. Oh, my magnet's on. I'm going to get loaded up here. Turn it all off. Whoa, look at all this. And most of it went into the system, but I got a lot of it. Alright, so let's get back to the base. Let's get some stuff done, because I've got some stuff I want to get done. I've got this really nice, top-of-the-line solar power generator here that is producing... Let's go whack it and... Oh, another freeze. I may have to stop to fix this. This has been affecting some people. Generating 82,944 RF a tick. Yeah, well, I'm freezing a lot now. Once it gets bad, it gets really bad. I upgraded the cable to the Ultimate Universal cable, which I think can handle that much. 84,000. How much can it hold? 256. No, that's the pressurized. This one. 128. So yeah, it's got enough. And it's still feeding over here into this Ultimate Energy Cube, which holds 51 million RF. But really, this thing will fill it up very, very quickly. So I want to build a bigger battery. So let me fix my freezing problem. The solution for that is to log out and log into a single-player game, in case you ever experience the same problem. So I'll do that real quick, and I'll be right, and then I'll go right back to the multiplayer. So I'll be right back. Okay, that should have fixed the problem. Alright, so this battery holds a good bit, but not nearly enough. But Mekanism adds a larger battery called the Induction something or other. What's it? Well, Induction casing. So, Induction. The Induction battery. It's a multi-block, which is why I've got a whole bunch of casings and some ports here. But, and let's go over here and look at the items. Where are they? They are here. So there's the Induction casing, the Induction ports. The casing is just some steel around... Oh, there it's freezing a little bit. An energy tablet, which is gold, redstone, and some of these enriched alloys, which is metallurgic infuser with redstone and iron. So that's not hard to make. The Induction ports are 4 of those casings around an elite control unit, which is just more of the upgraded alloys. So I can make those. But then you have to have one of these induction cells, and there's 4 levels of them, and one or more of these basic induction providers, and there's 4 levels of those. They all require lithium dust. Lithium dust comes from liquid lithium, and here JEI fails you, but if we type in lithium, you can see that there is a liquid lithium, as well as this is made from the gaseous lithium. You can turn any of the Mekanism liquids and gases back and forth using a rotary condenserator. But the liquid variety, here it is, goes through a thermal tower from brine, and you get brine also from a thermal tower from water. So we need to make a thermal tower. Now I actually had a save point over here out in the desert. Here we go. And I picked this spot because we've got a nice chunk here that I can build in. And when I returned to this spot to set up this tower, I turned around and, oh look, somebody else had the same idea. So we're going to be building one of those over here. So, in fact, we're going to be building 2 of them. Because I want to make the lithium, and the lithium has to go through from water to brine, and then brine to lithium. So it takes 2 passes through one of these towers, or passing through 2 towers. And hey, I've got materials. Let's just make 2 towers. So 2 towers it is. Not a Lord of the Rings reference. This thing's going to be 18 high. It's the maximum size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And I'll place the last ones by hand because you leave the corners empty. The controller goes there. And now we're going to need solar panels. So I'm going to put them like that and that. It doesn't really matter which way they face, but I like them facing inward so it looks like they're connected. And you saw the red particles. If you didn't see the red particles, when you place the last block, poof, red particles. It means it's complete. But actually, I need to add the ports. So I'm going to do a port here, and I'm going to do a port here. And now I can set up the next one. It has to be at least 2 away because the solar panels overhang. So I need room for the solar panel and then the next layer here. I've accidentally built them too close together before, and that was a pain. I also, if you noticed, built an atomic disassembler. I was very happy with my Actually Additions drill. This drill is very nice, very fast, works good. Come on. Oh, uh-oh. Really frozen. There we go. But, oh, that's weird. It couldn't break these before. Something must have changed. Alright, well, I'm going to put away the atomic disassembler, go back to using... No, I put away the disassembler. Go back to using the drill, because I like the drill better. It's Silk Touch, and the Mekanism thing is not. And it looks like I may just have to restart Minecraft, because the problem has come back. But yeah, I built the Mekanism atomic disassembler because I couldn't break these blocks with the drill, but now I can. So yeah, forget I ever said anything about it. Oh yeah, 2 ports down at the bottom will give me the 2 I'm missing. Totally going to have to restart Minecraft, but let's finish building this first. Up we go, there and there. Put the controller here. And the solar panels. And one last one. And a freeze. There. Alright, so now they're both here and they're both heating up. You can see their temperature is climbing. And this bar is the temperature bar, and it'll slowly fill up. If we went over to that one, you can see how hot it can get eventually. But now we need to start hooking everything up. For that, I'm going to use these. This is a infinite water source block from pressure pipes. Just 2 buckets of water, some iron, which, you know, reasonable, considering 2 buckets of water will let you have an infinite pool. I'm going to hook it up to that. I'm going to hook these up together. And then, over here, I'm going to use an ender tank, which is from Ender Tanks. Can I show the recipe? It won't let me show the recipe for that one because I've slapped it with a diamond. This one's yellow, yellow, yellow. Once it's placed, you can hit it with a diamond, and then it's private. So that's a private yellow, yellow, yellow channel. If somebody else makes a yellow, 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 they won't be getting my lithium. So now we're going to tell this one to extract all the time. We'll tell this one to extract all the time. And then we'll tell this one to extract all the time. Oop. And now everything is running. This will have, look, it has liquid lithium in it. Down in the Wayla display. So it's 400, 500 millibuckets, so half a bucket of lithium already. Now the speed at which it creates it will increase as this temperature goes up. The water's coming in. Right now it's coming in faster than it can be converted, but I think that will change. Brine is staying low because it's immediately being pumped out. Here the brine is being used as fast as it comes in to make the liquid lithium. Just so that this keeps running when we're not here, I'm going to drop down and slap down a chunk loader. We can pick this up now, and we can head back to the base. And before we start the next section, turn that off, I am going to restart Minecraft because this pause is annoying. So I will be right back. And we're back. We're back. Yeah, I had to reboot, and I got a snack of some popcorn and a soda. So, where was I? Oh yes, part 2. We're making the lithium out in the desert somewhere over in that direction. Let's see, map. Yeah, like right here are my 2 towers. There's the other one that somebody else had. And we're over here. So it's like straight due west of us. But now we need to do something with that liquid lithium in order to make the powdered lithium. And it has to go through gas form. So I've got those parts over here. We're going to need some conduits. We're going to need the other end of the ender tank. We're going to need these 2 and these. Alright, so let's get this started. We're going to need some power up here. So I am going to connect to that power line right here. There we go. Oops. These things are really slow to break. I think the fastest way to break it. The configurator has a wrench mode, but nothing I do with the wrench mode actually makes any difference. So it doesn't seem to actually work. What happened to the last one? I don't see it. Very strange. I clicked it on top of this one, but it's not there. Disappeared. Alright, maybe it'll show up again. Let's put down the parts we need. Alright. The chemical crystallizer is what generates, chemical crystallizer is what creates the lithium dust from the lithium. So I'm going to pop that down right here. Was that my cable? There's my cable. It did come back. So I'm going to stick that on top of that. And that'll be clear why a little bit later. I'm going to use a bit of item conduit here, set to extract all the time, and insert into this chest. Oh. As you can see, I had this set up and testing. So this is what it's going to do. It's going to take the gaseous lithium and create lithium dust out of it. But we don't have any lithium gas yet. So we need to make some. Now this is the rotary condenserator, and I'm going to have to put it down from the opposite side because it cares about which side is which, though it doesn't seem to... Alright, this one's bigger and this one's smaller. And it's the same size as that one, so I'm going to say those two go together, that they're both gas. But the way you can really tell is when you put down, this is a pressurized tube, that connects to both of them. If I put that down, over here, it will not connect. So that's the liquid side. Alright, so let's put it down where it's supposed to go. This side will be liquid, and I'm going to go back to using a Ender IO conduit for that. And I'm going to put down this tank here. No, it has to come out the bottom. That's why I had the second cable, second conduit, just to space everything out nicely. Oop, okay, and now I can set this to extract all the time. So there's nothing in here. I'm going to say insert. It should now be getting... No. That's got 32 buckets of liquid lithium. Oh, wait. Yes. By default, when you put it down, it's in condensating. Condensating? It's condensing. That's the way I would say it. A gas into a liquid. But we want to go the other way. We want to do liquid into gas. So we have to hit this T. Toggle operation. Now it's going to fill up with the liquid lithium, and it's going to create... Whoa. Did I do that backwards? Whoops. I fell down again. Did I do it backwards? Well, it's got... Where did the lithium come from if it didn't come from in here? Oh, okay, no, that was right. All right. So we saw the lithium, the gas, build up first, because all the liquid was being immediately turned into gas. Because I stuck a full complement of 8 energy and 8 speed upgrades in here. So it was filling up, but it wasn't going out. And once that was full, then the liquid lithium backed up. So we need to get it out. So we do need the configurator, which is the tool. Burp. Here it is. Did I just say burp? Just make it a sound effect. Configurator. It is in state wrench. Let's see if that works for this purpose. No. So we need to change its mode, which is I. Yes, I. Items, fluids, gases. Will that work on the pipe? Yes. So we want this one to suck and this one to spit out. And now we should be getting lithium gas on this end. So that's the extract from what you're connected to, and that's insert into what you're connected to. And now that's going to be making dust for the first time and be putting it in here. So that should continue, and this is going to stay maxed out at 32K for a while, because I think the tower back in the desert also had some stored up inside it. But this should be using it faster than it's being made. So eventually this will empty out, and this will be struggling to keep this full. It'll probably stay empty, and as soon as it comes in, it gets turned into a gas, passed to this machine, and solidified into lithium. And it's working pretty fast, because both of these do have all those, come on, speed upgrades, 8 out of 8, and energy upgrades. Alright, so now that we've got some lithium, let's do something with it. I'm going to make the smallest size functional induction battery. And that is like so. Now this one will only be able to accept power. I'll have to add another port to let it eject power. But we need to put 2 things inside, and then we need to put in an induction port. Actually, we can just go ahead and put an induction port over here. This will be the output. We'll put the input there. We're going to probably have to break that pipe and replace it. But in the meantime, let's get out the configurator. And if we crouch right-click, and you can see it turn to output or input. We want input. And once again, I'll try this wrench mode. So I should be able to crouch right-click or something. Nothing seems to work. Doesn't matter what I use, it takes this long to break. So that isn't working. Place it back down. It didn't connect. It did before. Oh, it won't connect because this is not a valid machine yet. That's why it's not connecting. All right, well, we have to make the 2 pieces that go inside. So let's get some of that lithium. Got lots of it. And you might be wondering what this is. This is a drum that has the excess liquid lithium that I had. Oops, going in there. I want to take it out. Yeah, there we go. It's still going up. All right, well, that's as the back pressure coming in from this thing is stronger than its own output pressure. That's fine. It'll act as a buffer. All right, so let's put the lithium into the system. Put that away. Let's put these other items in here. We won't need this induction casing yet. We will need that. So let's make the 2 parts we need to make. Induction. We need the basic induction cell, which has a basic energy cube, lithium, and tablets. And we need a provider, which is a basic energy cube, basic control circuits, and lithium. So we need 2 of these basic energy cubes. So 2 steel casings, 1, 2. Toss those in. And then we're going to need 4 of these for this first step. And then we'll need 4 more for the provider. So let's go ahead and make all 8 right now. Now I'm going to keep those in my inventory because they do not autofill. If I do the shift click here, they wouldn't. If they were in the inventory, they wouldn't come in. Actually, I need to do this part first. It's probably due to the fact that they have a charge and they don't match perfectly. But even if I charge them up, they don't work. So we'll just do it this way. And now we can put 1 in the middle. Whoops, 1 in the middle. 4 around the sides so they don't stack. That's the first piece. And then the second piece, I don't think I have any of these made. So let's... Oh, I do. I should have some made. So let's go ahead and call up the recipe. There it is. And now we've got that part. So we've got a provider and a cell. The cell stores the power, and the provider lets power go in and out of the unit. So let's go ahead and put the cell up at the top, provider there, and now I can put a port here, and poof, red sparkles, it's complete, and now it's connected, and power is going into it. And it holds 25,000 RF. That's pretty good. No, wait, that's just, no, it holds more than that. It holds 400,000 RF, I think. Maybe 500,000. I forget which. Does this say? Oh, yeah, there it is. 400,000. Well, 400 million RF. Excuse me. Million RF. Whereas this cube over here was just 51 and a little bit million. So this is 8 times as much about. Cost a lot more to make. And then we can make this as big as 18 by 18 by 18, which I have done in my Daybreaker series. And those green ones can be upgraded to red, blue, and purple. And the process is, you need, I think, let's see, purple takes 4 of the blue, blue takes 4 of the red, red takes 4 of the green. So you need 64 green to make a purple. 64 of the green. We just made the 1. Which means you need 64 of these basic energy cubes. Well, actually you need more than that, because after this first stage, where you need 1 of these energy cubes in the middle, each further stage needs an energy cube in the middle. So you need the 64 energy cubes at this level, and then you need 16 more at the next higher level, the advanced energy cube, and then you need 4 more of the elite energy cube, and then 1 more of the ultimate energy cube. So you can add those together. That's how many energy cubes you need. Plus, then you're going to probably want to make the provider, which can handle more input and output. But right now, 25,000 RF a tick. I'm not really probably using much more than that. I could put 2 of them in there. just by expanding the case. Or I can make 4 of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, around another advanced energy cube, and then this one can output 204,000 RF per tick, all the way up to putting out 13 million RF per tick with one of these. And you can put more than one of these in there if you want to take out more power than that. I don't think there's anything in the pack that needs that much power. So this is going to start filling up. But, you know, I'd love to have one of these purple ones. So I need to make a whole lot of these. And the way I'd want to do that is to use an RF Tools crafter. You can see I've been busy. I taught it the energy tablet. I taught it the basic energy cube. I taught it basic induction cell. I gave it various parts and turned them on and off, because it's sort of, you can't really do this all in here at the same time and let it run, because it'll make too many energy tablets and then it'll get jammed, or it'll make too many. You probably want to have multiple of these things to do it fully automated. But I wanted to make one mostly by hand, semi-automated. And so I kept filling it with parts. I needed more osmium for the upper levels. I needed a ton of these enriched alloys, which is why you may have noticed I have this stack of metallurgic infusers. I have the original one down here that I've also commandeered for redstone. But this one is redstone, this one is diamond, and this one is the compressed obsidian, the enriched obsidian. And then each one of these has an input chest. This is the redstone one up here because I didn't want to cover up my item repair, because I like getting at it, so I just stuck it up top instead. This is the diamond input. You can see it's got spare diamond, and this is the enriched obsidian, which I'm just sticking these things in there. They don't go in. I have to manually put those in, because when you configure them, the inputs and outputs, the infusing material has to come in through a different side. Right now I've only had them hooked up to one side, so that side is just for the stuff. So if I put iron up here, these won't go anywhere, but the iron will go down and into this machine and get turned into the alloy. I need mostly that lowest alloy level, but some of the higher ones too. So I did that, and over here, no, those are my spare green ones. Where did I put the super duper ones? Are they in here? Ah, there it is. The ultimate induction coil cell. The ultimate induction cell. So let's go over here, break this, take that one out. It holds its power. If I look at it, it's got 50 million RF in it. It's 1/8 full already. But now I'm going to put this guy in and seal it back up. How much did he have? 421. So it's already got a little bit more than the green one can hold. There we go. But and you see, it's not even showing up. That's nothing compared to what it can hold at 204 giga RF, 204 billion RF, and that's just one. Imagine this thing is 18 by 18 by 18. How many of those you could put in there? We're talking tens of trillions of RF. And like I said, in Daybreaker, I did that. It was harder because there was only one mod that allowed for automated crafting, and it was a little bit buggy. But it was also easier in that we had equivalent exchange, which you can burn one material to make any other material, and everything has a relative cost. So you burn something to get the EMC points, and you use those points to make other things. And all the materials had EMC values, even the osmium. So I could make all the materials I needed, except the lithium. I still had to make the lithium this way. And look how much it's made. I like the fact that the towers operate much faster these days. I actually had it running for a while I was testing, and I already have 6,000 lithium. So very soon I will probably shut this system down because I will have enough lithium. I guess I'll let it run overnight. I don't know how much I need. I could do the math. 18 by 18 by 18. It's actually 16 by 16 by 16 on the inside, minus at least 1. But let's just keep it 16 by 16 by 16. You know, multiply those together and then figure out how much lithium I need for this recipe. Well, at least 64 times 4 just to make all the greens. Yeah, I guess that's it. So 256 lithium to make each one of these guys. So we can do the math, and oh, here I'll do the math and I'll put the number up, maybe, if I remember. Yeah, this thing definitely churns out lithium pretty quickly. And is it still going up over here? No, now it's going down. So now we're processing faster than the towers can produce the liquid lithium, and we're pulling out of this buffer. Okay, I put that in there, thank you. And now I've got the original cell and provider that I started with. I'm just going to toss those in the system. I will use them in the crafting of the next purple one I make. They have a little bit of power in them, and that power is preserved in the crafting. So as you craft using blocks with power, that power is preserved and it will show up in the final product, which is very nice. Alright, so we've got our brine producing lithium dust, being used to build a big battery, which is being powered by my big solar. And this is going to hold so much power. Be very interesting to see how far it is when I come back tomorrow. So, I think we will call it an end there. Oh, I did make this guy. This is from Tinker.io, an expansion to Tinker's Construct. Put the @ sign. Tinker. It's got a bunch of add-ons for Tinker's Construct. And this one, the Ore Crusher, I decided to make because it triples your ore just in one block. Let me show you. Let me see. I should have some osmium. I don't have much left. Let's just take one. I've already turned it all through this system. But I have the Fortune upgrade, and then I have a Fortune 2 and a Fortune 10 book. I just stuck them in here. And thankfully, they don't get used up. You can take them back out again, because I only have the one Fortune X. But I can make more. Because I showed you, or before, you just have to craft something. I forget what it was. And then I can use this guy, which I have turned to face the wall over here instead of the door. So I can put more machines next to it. This thing with the lens of disenchanting, you push the button, it zaps the enchanted item. If you have a book next to it, it converts it into an enchanted book. So I can pull the Fortune X off, and that gives us 100% chance for an extra one. So if I put this in here, the output is 3 crushed ore. Unfortunately, uses on this, we have smelting, and that's it. The crushed ore can only be used in the smeltery, which, since Tinker's Contract is back in the pack, I built. But then I couldn't get it to go out into a casting table or a casting basin. There weren't recipes for that. But there was a recipe for this guy, the Smart output, which is also from Tinker.io. I stuck a redstone upgrade and a slot upgrade 4 just because I was experimenting with those. But you basically put the same pattern in here. Let's toss our 3 inside. This I've got set to output when this lever is pulled, so I will turn it off for the moment, let this stuff melt. Oh, there it's melted. So now it's going to flow in here when I flip the lever, get turned into ingots, and it will be output to the chest. So let's see if I can see it. No, oh, you just barely saw it up here. It's very fast, much faster than the casting table. But there's something else in this mod, and since we've still got a little bit of time, let's go ahead and do that. It is fuel input machine. Is that right? No. Maybe it is. Let's make it and see. I forget what it's called. Yes, this is the one. Can have speed upgrades, and it takes solid fuel, which is this stuff, which is made from gunpowder, aluminum, and coal. And ignore the 2. It's not really a 2. So let's make some of this. Let's make a stack of it. There we go. And let's make some speed upgrades. You get 4. So let's make 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. There we go. And that's with sugar. I ran my... oh, I needed more than 8. I need 16. There we go. So these only make 4, not 8. Alright, there I got a stack. I ran my farm with the... I put the same imaginary time block on my farm over here. Oops. Complete fail there. Come on, fly. There we go. I put the imaginary time block directly over my farming station, and I've got it set up this way because this switch now turns the power cable off, which will turn that thing off and this thing off at the same time. I just grow stuff in the center area here. The outer band that is still hydrated, I don't care about. I can jump on it. Because just like before, I've taken out the capacitor upgrade because that just slows it down because it's a bigger field. This thing grows it so fast, it's sitting there fully grown and wasting time before this thing finally gets around to getting it. I ran nickel and zinc. I also ran some other materials, but I also grew sugarcane. I made holes. I found the best way to plant sugarcane in a field is to make this pattern. Nope, I did it wrong. This pattern. Around a 4 section in the middle, sort of pinwheel around the outer edges. And then over here you have these 4, and also pinwheel around the edges. And this can tile nicely, and every space now has water next to it. It's a good pattern for doing your crops that need to be next to water. So I did all that. So let's break this and take it down here. I do believe it has to go underneath like that. Now you can put in that and put in the solid fuel. Ratio 7.4, temperature 0. I'm not sure what that means, but let's toss this block of stone in. That is not working, so that is not where it's supposed to go. I don't think it's supposed to be part of the wall. Let's take the stone out. I don't think it can be a part of it, but let's go ahead and try it. Come on. Oh, it does. It does work as an actual member now. Solid fuel. Oh, there. Temperature now 1,000. So now if we toss this stone in. Haha! See how much faster that went? Let's get some ore of some sort. Just to see how fast it goes. Or my My systems have been busy away. The resource miner and ore miner are running still and inputting into my system. So I should have tons of this. Boom! Look how fast that is. And there it all is. All done. That's still outputting. It's this pipe that's the slowest part. I need to get that some speed upgrades now. Because it's probably just sitting here in the machine. Oh, it was. It's all out now. There we go. Not bad. That doubles it. But I can triple it by using the ore crusher first. Still, if you want it fast, can't get much faster than that. Alright, well that's a good addition. You just got to give it that fuel. It ran with 21 ore, I think. And it used 2 fuel. So, I don't know how long it lasts. But you can always make more of that stuff. It's pretty cheap. Just aluminum and gunpowder and coal for 4, I think it was. Alright, is there any other changes around here? I made the elite enriching factory. I took my enricher and turned it into a factory so it can do 7 at once, and also gave it plenty of upgrades so it's nice and fast. I have not done that to the osmium compressor yet. The crusher, I forgot I had one. I went ahead and made the elite crushing factory. I also upgraded my Oh, I had a different smelter here. I had a sag mill, which I still have over here. I had a sag mill here, now it's a crusher. And I had... Which furnace did I have? I had one of the I think I had the Ender IO. No, I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. But now I have the smelting factory, which goes much faster. And they're both output into this chest. Same as everything. So I can drop stuff in here and crush it into dust, and it goes in here, and I can take it out, put it in here, and smelt it up, if I want to do it that way. Any other changes? I made my sign, because Toddy wanted a logo. That is, I think, it for now. I have been trying to find a place to call a new home. Is that this one? No. This is just a place I was exploring too. Let's go back. One of these was the new home location, I thought. Nope, not that one. One more try. I'm pretty sure it's not the bottom one. It's on this side, so it must be this one. Nope, that's here, of course. Which, might as well check on it while we're here. And now I've teleported too many times. I'm going to start having the freezes. Some mod caused this problem. Let's see if we can come back. It's a memory leak, by all accounts. Once it starts, that was that first one. Now it's just going to continue to happen and get worse and worse. So we're really heated up. It does 2 millibuckets a tick. This one does 20 millibuckets a tick. I don't know whether that's input or output, but I know that this conversion takes a certain amount of brine and makes far less lithium per volume. So it reduces in volume as it's going through. But yeah, both of them are running at peak capacity. They're always empty. Well, this has a little bit of brine that's being pumped into this one. And it's got the liquid lithium too. Okay, so yeah, that's the output quantity. So it's 20 millibuckets. There's 20 millibuckets. It's being created and pumped out as fast as it can. And this one's 2 millibuckets and 2 millibuckets. So that's where those numbers come from. So maybe it was that last one. Or I forgot to set a target. Nope, this is the... Let's get out of there before I get hit with mining fatigue. Anyway, the base lock is this way. Let's grab the broomstick, which, if you note, doesn't have blood in it because I've got the syringe, and I can power it off of the syringe. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here's the spot. This is where I was thinking about setting up. I've got this nice redwood forest over here. Got the integrated dynamics biome here. The Mingling, it's called, which extends back behind. No, I guess it's just off to the sides. Behind is a regular forested hill here. What's it called? No, this is still the Mingling. Okay, no, this is forest. It just took a little while to change for some reason. So yeah, I thought I'd build here. I could maybe build some bridges out over these to the ground, over this way, maybe. I don't know. I think I can have some fun with this little lake and build a nice building up here. Some buildings around. And this nice little spot. I think it's worth a shot. So at some point when I've figured out what my textures will be, and while I'm here, let's go ahead and save a location. I think I've got some of the, yes. Nope, not that. Destination markers. So we'll take this and crouch right click, pop back home, and we'll put it right here. So now we can go back there anytime we want and pop back home. Very good. Yep, the buffer is now empty. So this is, yep, it's draining out. Definitely can process it faster than it can be produced. That's okay, I've got so much lithium now. I think I might be set. Yep, 7,222. Alright, well, I think we'll call it a day there. Server's definitely looking so much nicer now. I really like that this building is completely exposed because he did such a good job building this. Look at this. I've decided that once I set up my new teleporter, or new base, I need a public teleporter, so I'm going to do mine over here in this little corner, I think. I think the only one in this room is Nemson, who has the big spinny... Oh, it doesn't spin? I thought it spins. Maybe only if I'm standing on it. I didn't want to go anywhere. But that's be where my teleporter is. Not sure what this is going to be, or is. The place is looking very much more attractive now. And it was fun talking with everybody while it was all being built. You know, I never did look at what this part was. What is all this? Evilcraft. Just a blood infuser. Okay, so this is something... This is using all the blood that's coming in. Yeah, it's piping the blood in from the mob farm. It's got a purifier. It's got blood chest and the blood infuser with one promise of velocity and a promise of tenacity 3. What did I have in mind now? I've got 2 promises of velocity and 1 promise of productivity. But that's fine. I just have my backlog of blood right here. Alright, now it's time to end the episode. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed a little bit of Mekanism and the tour of our new spawn. This is Nonsanity, signing out. Take care, be good, and see you next time.